Okay, take a look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Great wine, great food. The good news is we can check it out, sink our teeth into mouth-watering dishes all month long. Sizzle Dining is back, happening right now. And not only does it support blessings in a backpack, but it also gives a boost to our local economy. And especially this year, it's really important. So many restaurants are struggling with an extra slow off season. My good friend, longtime friend, Miriam Dotson is here, a former colleague. She now, lucky you work at the Lee County Visitor and Convention Bureau, a great way to spread the wonderful news about our community. And she's telling us about the wonderful news about Sizzle Dining and how it's impacting us here in Lee County.
Yeah, so Sizzle Dining is going on now. It goes through the whole month of September. And as you mentioned, Jen, this is the slowest month in the world of tourism when we talk about it being a typical time of the year that our visitors are gone back to school.
Right.
Even internationally, the northern states are enjoying their little bit of good weather that they have left, so they're hanging on to every day that they can. So typically our businesses, especially the restaurants, anticipate that. So that's not necessarily new, so they prepare for that. But we have noticed with so many great restaurants that have come to our area and so much growth in the area that we need to make sure that our residents know about what's going on and how they can take advantage of these times and be able to go to the restaurants without the long waits. And Sizzle Dining is one of the best ways to take advantage because they give these great deals at restaurants that you would normally not maybe be able to get the other times of the year. So it's important that residents understand too that at the Visitor and Convention Bureau, you know, we often send that message to the outside world to get visitors here, but the residents should also be enjoying what people wait all year to come down and enjoy too.
We have so many incredible entrepreneurs and great restaurants, 127 of them participating, which is pretty wild. And there are a lot of names on there that might be new to you. They might be old classics here in our community, old classics. But all of them are fantastic. And what I love is it's not just the restaurants. You think about maybe the owners, but no, it's the wait staff. It's the people supplying the linens, and the ripple effect has got to be huge.
Yes, because people don't realize too, you know, hospitality employs 1 in 5 jobs. So that means more than 2 people in this room right now could be potentially employed in a hospitality job. You know, so when you're going out and about and you see the servers, a general manager, maybe the hostess or the staff who's working there, like you said, the linens, you know, all those companies that work really hard to keep these things going, that employs them. So when you go out to eat there, and I know many people, we are caught up in our regular daily grind, right? I mean, you're just struggling to get home and make a meal. You don't have time, or maybe your budget's running a little bit tight. We've heard that a lot too, especially in the past couple of years, you know. But this is, again, a good deal. And be intentional about it because you really forget how awesome it is where we live, you know.
It's amazing.
There's these great coastal restaurants, places like Gather in Cape Coral is, you know,
amazing.
Everything's made there. And sometimes we just get caught up as our regular day-to-day life that we forget that these amazing restaurants are right in our backyard. All those coastal communities with the waterfront restaurants down in Bonita, Enzo's we were talking about as we were waiting behind the scenes here. And it's really great food. It supports those families and businesses, and it comes right back to us in the community.
You mentioned the wait times. Yes, I know so many of us get frustrated when all the license plates start coming from the northern states and all the reservation lines get longer and longer. So this is a great chance to go out. And a lot of them, in addition to Sizzle, are offering even more discounts because they're doing some of the local specials.
Yes, so there's a lot of different deals going on. Places like Blanc, the restaurant in Fort Myers, and Pinchers, you know, that's another spot. So for families who think, oh, maybe this is more of a fancy thing, I can't bring the kids, there's plenty of restaurants participating. There's 49 in Lee County.
Oh, wow.
As you mentioned, 127 total between Lee and Collier County. And going back to that economic boost, you know, Sizzle Dining brings in an annual $3 million boost when you combine all of that together. So that, again, comes back to us in the community. And a portion of each one of these sales goes to Blessings in a Backpack, which I know you guys have talked a lot about, which is an amazing charity that gives back to food insecure children in our area to get them food on the weekends, too, when they can't get food at school. So, again, it's a win-win-win all the way around for everybody.
So many people don't realize the level of food insecurity that we're seeing in families here. When it comes to tourism, you're a tourism expert. How are we looking this year? What's the forecast?
Yes, so a lot of times we don't like to say what a forecast would be. We're going to leave that to the meteorologist,
right?
We're going to leave that to Jim. You're good at that. No, but it's hard to tell because the past few years have been kind of interesting, right? When we look at COVID year, you know, in that time on where Florida was open when many weren't, we have seen a huge boost. Obviously, we've had storms in the past, but again, those storms have brought such a resiliency here that we have seen the numbers are up. People still want to come here. So when we look to the future, we like to let people know about all the stuff that's happening. We are still on track for all of the new openings with hotels. Shalimar is opening in Sanibel.
Oh, wonderful.
So we're looking at a high rate of percentage, well over 80% of hotel rooms back open. So the VCB works on bed tax. We want people to stay in the hotels, of course. That's where the funding is. But when we talk about restaurants, that's the number one thing that people spend their money on outside when they get here. So it all comes back together, and it's all together in this hospitality world. And like I said, 1 in 5 people in the area are employed in a hospitality job.
That's pretty amazing.
We have done remarkable when we look at ourselves on the grand stage. Florida is always going to be a top destination, but there's so many different personalities in Florida, from the East Coast to the West Coast to you know, the inland properties or inland areas, Orlando. So we are reaching out to, of course, we have our regular folks from the Midwest and the Northeast.
Which part of Ohio are you from?
Yes, exactly, exactly. And I'm originally from Connecticut, so I know we're in good company here too. So we love it for a reason, and there's a lot going on to keep it that way.
I love that. What do we need to know about Sizzle Dining?
Yeah, so for those of you who have not heard of it, Sizzle Dining, you can go to sizzledining.com to look at all the restaurants. You can go and pick out, make your reservations online. As we said, there's 49 in Lee County participating, all the way from Bonita to Cape Coral, Fort Myers. And make your reservation. They have different kinds of deals going on where you can get a whole like 3-course meal. And this ends on September 30th, I should say, so get in there this month. And it's being able to go out to these amazing restaurants and get your reservation, go bring your family, maybe a date night, maybe a girls' night. Yeah. And we have to catch up, so let's go out. Let's go.
I am all in.
We need it.
We'll find a sitter for the kids.
We'll get it all taken care of. We will find the time. If we can find the time, then I know everybody at home can too. But also to know that it does give back to the Blessings in a Backpack, I think is a big portion of this. So
yeah, we can all help the kids, the community, all that stuff. So we're going to put the list of the restaurants that you can check out and a link to Sizzle on our Gulf Coast News app, as well as our website. You can also find out more about tourism and the good things happening here in our community. It is 9:54. We're going to be right back.